This is how I quit my 9-to-5 finance/technology job to now do anime, manga, and webtoon projects. Yep, I used to code and work with banks, and now I make anime stories all day. So once upon a time, I went to NYU, New York University, in, you guess it, New York City. Studied economics, computer science there. I was actually already an author by the time I was in college. I published my first novel when I was 17 years old. But I was a little reluctant to go into writing full-time because it's a very unstable thing. Like, how are you going to make a lot of money being a writer? Like, very hard. So instead I was going to the safe route, which was honestly not a terrible idea as I figured my stuff out. I interned at NASDAQ my sophomore year, and then I interned again at Bloomberg my junior year, and then got my job at KPMG. Was there for almost 2 years doing like finance and tech consulting. And this is when the pandemic hit, right? So the pandemic hit, and I was trapped to be inside, which meant that I had free time to work on projects that I cared about. So during this time, I was working on a lot of webtoon projects. God Game was my first serialization. That was happening simultaneously while I was working my KPMG job. I tell people this all the time. I used to work from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. on my finance job, and then I would take a 1-hour break to have dinner with my mom. From 9 p.m. until like maybe 1 or 2 a.m., I was working on my writing projects, and on weekends I would work full days of writing unless I had some finance work that I would have to do, which sometimes I worked on weekends, which is annoying, but it is what it is. And I started to get some traction, so I was posting like 7 times a day on TikTok during the time, which was a lot. They weren't good videos, so don't worry. And some of those videos gave traction to a one-shot, which I did with Shonen Jump Tezuka. That blew up, and then a lot of publishers then reached out to me, giving me offers to serialize, which happened to God Game and now webtoon projects. And then as I started to build out the portfolio, right, God Game has like around 70 chapters now. There's Madgate, there's Bandit King, there's Just a Goblin. There's like 20 other series in development. Publishers started to reach out for more stuff. And so eventually I was making more money than my finance job. And I was like, why am I doing this finance job that is making me miserable when I can just write all day? And so that's what I do now. Now I write all day and I make art projects and bring them to life. However, I do not regret my time at consulting because that really helped me with a lot of the deal making that I have to do, a lot of the client interactions, a lot of my perspective in terms of monetization, marketing. In order to make my job a reality and actually make money doing what I do, those skills came from the consulting side of things, which, you know, was a crappy 2 years, but I learned a lot that makes what I do possible.